Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm back again with yet another one of the new Legends from Foundations that hits play, well, tomorrow in paper if it's Thursday where you're watching this, or Friday depending where you are because it's pre-release week. And yeah, I'm really hoping I might open this one tomorrow. But anyway, Elenda's here. 2 white and black for a 4/4 Vampire Knight, lifelink and hexproof from Instance. However, as long as your life total is greater than your starting life total, Elenda has +1/+1 and Menace. And Elenda gets an additional +5/+5 as long as your life total is at least 10 greater than your starting life total. I like black-white life gain decks in Commander, and that's where we're going with this today. So here we go. Probably nothing you've not seen before, but this is my take on Elenda. Again, same as yesterday's deck, the price on the table is a little bit high. You can half this by cutting one card, and I'll point it out when I get there. But for now, this is where we're going with. So, we want life gain really, don't we? We want to get up to above 40 as soon as possible, and hopefully get above 50 even quicker, so we can get our lovely 10/10 menacing life linking hexproof from Instance, wonderful vampire on the go, and beat our opponents up even quicker. So, Guide of Souls is here to gain some life when we do it. Lunarch Veteran is also here for it. Oscillate Pride is just one of those cards I think just goes in every single white deck, no matter what. So it's always going to appear in my white decks now, even if I'm playing something that isn't, whatever. But First Strike, Lifelink, Ascend, get those creature tokens on the go. You're going to be very happy. We've got the usual 2 suspects for life gain, Soul Warden, Soul's Attendant also here, and then we've got some vampires. So we have Amelia Bengale's Agruri, ward, pay 3 life. Whenever you gain life you explore, then if power is exactly 20, destroy all other creatures. Alia, Eternal Pilgrim, turns up to give us a bit of death touch, and we sack creatures off to gain life equal to their toughness. The Cruel Celebrant does the whole whenever Cruel Celebrant or another creature or planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1, we gain 1. Elias Ill Sadistic Pilgrim is also in. We gain life when they enter. We lose. Everyone loses 1 when another creature we control dies. Impassioned Orator. I decided to have a bit of fun and go really heavily on the cleric side. So the Orator's here. Karlov of the Ghost Council is also in. We gain life. We get to put the +1/+1 counters on them, and then we get to remove 6 at some stage to exile something that's upsetting us. I'll be honest. The things I've been exiling with this in the past have been Eldrazi. It will probably carry on being Eldrazi. Decided to play around with Sovereign of House Markov as well, just so we can hopefully flip them over. The Extort trigger is quite nice with this deck, and as long as we gain 3 or more we get to flip them in our post-combat main phase, and then get food tokens, or you'll deal damage, or gain control of a creature. But it's probably going to be the whole Extort stays there, and the food gaining's useful. Obviously, Zulaput Cutthroat's in. Have to play it if you're playing black-white life deck, that's true. Atheros, the God of Passage, is also in. When another creature you control dies, return it to your hand unless someone pays 3, so chances are you get a lot of your creatures back later in the game. Arya, First of Lockvein, yes, it's triple black in a 2-colour deck, I'm aware of that. However, yeah, it's just too good not to have in. Having a bit of fun with Brina, the Demiurge, as well, coming in. Whenever a player attacks 1 or more of your opponents, if that opponent has more life than any of your other opponents, that attacking player draws a card, and we get to put a couple of +1/+1 counters somewhere. Probably on a Elena, once we hit the whole menace bit here. Kuranos, Hand of Atheros, is also in. Vigilance, Menace, Lifelink. Creature cards in the graveyard can't enter the battlefield, and players can't cast spells from the graveyard, so that shuts down a few strategies at the moment. Lauren, just for a bit of more control and make a friend to draw some cards with. The other version of Elenda, the Dusk Rose, is in. Creatures dies, +1/+1 counters. When it dies, you get all these lovely little vampires. The Ghost Council of Orzhova also make an appearance. Yes, you have to target an opponent, but you just pick one with the highest life total, that's what I do. And then we can sack a creature to remove it from the game, and then return it to the player under his own control at the end of turn. Gets you around all those annoying Blasphemous Acts, Wrath of Gods, Damnations, Farewells, XYZ. Mangara the Diplomat, yep, just another way of drawing cards and a reasonable blocker for 4 mana. Odric Lunarch Marshal is also here, because, we've got lifelink, and we've got maybe hexproof to some description. I'm not quite sure how this will work with Elenda, but if it gives everything lifelink, I will be happy with that. Because we are playing so many clerics, it made a bit more sense to have Aura, the Skyclave Hierophant here, to get them back when they die. Likewise, our Adabrick of Urborg also makes an appearance, gives all our zombies vigilance. But whenever another legendary creature you control dies, you get a copy of it, except that it's it's not legendary and it's a 2/2 black zombie. So, you know, could be fun if you get a couple of Elendras on the go, I have to say. Syndicate Heavy comes in from the Clue deck, just so we can hopefully get a Clue on the go, and the Extort's quite nice, another way of extorting things. Another card comes in from Foundations, which I noticed when I was putting this deck together. Flying and Death Touch for a 5/5 Vampire Knight. Whenever a component loses life, you gain that much life. Yeah, that should pump you over the magic 10 and 50 life total in Commander quite quickly if you can get this and Elenda on the go. Karev, the Unredeemed, is also here. Sack a creature, target player draws X cards and gains X life, and we get to put those X +1/+1 counters on a Karev. Lizelle, the Forgotten Archangel, is also here to give us our creatures back at the beginning of the next end step. Obsidat, the Goat's Council, also comes in. Target opponent loses 2, we gain 2. You may exile it at the beginning. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile it. If you do, return it to battlefield under its owner's control. At the beginning of your next upkeep, it gains haste. Flicky flicky, we like flicky flicky. Old school, Ravos, the Soul Tender, makes an appearance. Gives all our creatures +1/+1, and then it gives us a way of returning things from our graveyard to our hand if we need it to happen. I decided to play another vampire because I like Vona, Butcher of Magdon. We are gaining a lot of life with this deck with a bit of luck, and paying 7 to blow up a non-land permanent could be very useful with this deck. And finally, if you're going to play with this half, you've got to play Regina the Redeemer as well, just to keep it all going and get those nice little warrior tokens. We have a few little planeswalkers, nothing major. Ajani, Strength of the Pride, so we can do the whole +1 and gain a load of life. Sorin, Lord of Innistrad, is here, basically so we can play this and go -2 instantly to get the emblem that she can't be interacted with, and then if he gets killed off, he gets killed off. Sorin, the Solemn Visitor, also makes an appearance. Probably +1 most of the time to give all our creatures +1 and lifelink for the end of turn. Occasionally we'll do the -2, and if we get to the -6, it's happy days for us. Elspeth Tyrell, again, +2 to gain a life for each creature we control. We can get some blockers if we need them, or if we need to, destroy all other permanents except for lands and tokens. Nice kind of static wrath type effect, I suppose. Spells, not many. Chroma's Will, because, yeah, going to try and punch through. Complete board control with Damnation and Wrath of God. And then Approach of the Second Sons as a backup win condition, and a way to pump our life total if we need to keep Elenda above the magic numbers. And then I will cast it one day, so it's here again, Rise of the Dark Realms. It's going to go in the deck. Right, artifacts, not many. Boots of Lava Spur and Swift variety to protect Elenda, and then Ramp with Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, the Charcoal Diamond, Felwell Stone, Jet Medallion, Pearl Medallion, Marble Diamond, Mind Stone, Talisman of Hierarchy, Thought Vessel, and another way if we do really go off and gain a lot of life, Aetherflux Reservoirs here as well, to really make sure we can get there and win the game if we need to. Enchantments, Ajani's Welcome, Authority of Consuls, Cleric Class, Legion's Landing for also our 37th land when we get it flipped. Flowering of the White Tree to pump all our creatures up. Elenda then gets Ward 1 with us in play and gets a little bit bigger, which is nice. Bastion of Remembrance, because creatures die, things get drained. We like this plan. Leyline of Hope. I think a lot of the ley lines from Duskmourn they're awful, absolutely awful in draft, I'm not going to lie about that. But in Commander they all have a home, and this one definitely does, because you get that extra life gain when you cast something that gives you life, or you gain life. Likewise, Boom Reflections here to double everything up again. And then, again, as per yesterday's deck, Virtue of Persistence, a little bit of target removal and life gain, and then basically nicking creatures to have on play under our control. The lands are what you're expecting to be, black and white lands all the way through the deck. The one thing, when I find it, there it is, Scrubland, that's what's the cost pushing the cost of the paper version of this deck up significantly. Drop this out, you're halving the price and a bit more of the deck. I didn't go with the Tomb for this one. Haven't got Herbals, well, whatever it is. You know, the Tomb, the Tomb card that turns everything to black. I've got a bit tongue-tied, so I'm a little bit tired. But that's not in here. But everything else that you'd expect to see in one of my decks is here. And that's it. So yeah, that's my take on Elenda, the Saint of Dusk. I am hopeful this is going to be quite a fun deck to play on stream when we get there. So that'll be sometime next week. By the time you watch this, that will hopefully have these cards picked up, and we'll be playing them in Commander Land. I've had a couple of messages after the video from last Friday about if I'm going to cover any of the Foundation's Jumpstart cards. So I'm just going to talk about that quickly here. I'm basically waiting to see if Daybreak Games are going to have them on MTGO or not. If they aren't, yes, I will cover them eventually, but I'll have to get through the rest of the main set stuff that will be programmed in to be in MTGO. If they do announce this coming Tuesday, because I'm recording this 2nd November, this has been recorded on. So if they announce on Tuesday in their little post that they are going to have the Jumpstart stuff here, Jumpstart cards will start hitting next week. So there's quite a few I'm interested in. But otherwise, next week will probably be purely Foundations cards, and then we'll look at the Jumpstart stuff after that. So if you watched the end of the video, thanks for watching to here. Hope that made sense. Please, anything you think I've missed out, let me know in the comments down below. Hit the subscribe button if you've not been here before. Help me get a little bit closer to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I'll be very happy. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care. Stream tonight if you're watching this on Thursday, so you can come and see me play some of the old school decks before Foundations hit. And then streams next week will all be featuring Foundations once they get onto MTGO after Tuesday, I think it is. So for now, thanks for watching. Take care, and hopefully I'll catch you on stream very soon. Have a good one. Bye.